Another day, another dollar. So, what's the plan for today?
Today we are going to have coffees. Actually, I'm not sure about that, but we are going to a coffee plantation.
Nice. We're going to a coffee plantation about 2 hours away. Right now we're in a coffee shop. It is about 9 in the morning. Ready to drink some caffeine. Made it.
So,
how was the trip?
Hi. It was good. It was like
It was probably, I don't know, hour 15 I'd say? Hour 30? Yeah.
Is that lemon?
I don't know.
Orange?
This is the sweet corn arepa.
And this is coffee.
How's the sweet corn arepa?
It's amazing. And the cheese is fresh made from this morning.
Right on.
So when we ask people if they drink coffee, it's a very easy question. But when we ask them where their coffee is from, that's where it starts to get difficult, right? So what we like to do here is show you the work that 500,000 people in Colombia do, right? And it's a process that takes 3 years to get the coffee into this little bag that you're gonna drink. So even though we have the highest quality production of mild coffee, we're actually very bad coffee drinkers. So our culture has gotten used to very bad type of coffee because the best coffee that we get, we export, and we also import really low quality coffee. So today we're gonna go up into the fields, we're gonna see all this process up there, you know, up close. Then we're gonna come down to this part, we're gonna see the second stage, which is the benefit of the coffee. And lastly, we're gonna see the roasting, the grinding. Then we're gonna have some lunch, and after lunch we're gonna have a tasting coffee. This farm is considered a small plantation because they only have 11,000 plants.
They're jumping spiders, Patchi. Hey, buddy.
So you see the ripe ones? They're the ones that are ready for picking. This is the almácigo. Welcome to almácigo. This is the first stage of the process. They throw in about 1 kilo of seed, and they're expected to get about 4,000 plants out of this area alone. So they throw in the seeds and they start to get like a little root. This is the root of the plant. Each is called a match of coffee. This is the first stage. So I could plant the seed straight into the ground and it would grow. But the idea behind this is that I get to choose the best ones. So for example, this one, it grew out straight, right? Whereas this one, it went curved. So if I plant this one on the field, when this one gets big, it's gonna topple forward, right? Whereas this one is gonna grow upwards throughout the rest of its life. So I need to be careful when I choose which ones I'm gonna put out in the field because they're gonna be out there for about 12 to 30 years. And when they're about this age, they're put in the fields. So right now we're located in the central Andes, right? So this is the central Andes, and we're located in the southeast of the region of Antioquia.
Going for your first one. Got him.
Those are not mine.
So walk into the rows, you find better grains and you have more chances to get good grains.
So, how's it going?
Got him.
I won. number one. Oop. Good job, baby.
So, we can make like one drop of coffee now.
Look at this. Oh.
See one. Yoink. So, never thought I'd be picking coffee beans in Colombia. Beautiful view. I'm straight up in the middle. The group's up there. Patchi's over there picking somewhere. They told us to go into the fields. And when we get a full basket, the group collectively, there's no way I'm getting a full basket. And when we get a full basket, we can go back and have lunch. So, earning that lunch.
So 30 years ago, they called his dad crazy because he had this system and nobody used it. You know, they only had traditional. They were all traditional. But now, all the coffee farms use this.
Here we have some plantains. A lot of plantain trees.
So this is the origin point. This is where coffee made all its way down. This is known as a tolva. This is a tolva machine that depulps it, you know, the one that takes the skin off, and then it goes into a washing tank. And after it gets washed, it comes back up here to be dried. And in order to optimize the space, we also use the top of the roof. So this is the slowest and the most inefficient way to dry coffee, but it's the best way to get the flavor out of the bean. This is the machine that depulps it, and then it goes into the storage where it ferments, right? The fermentation process can take from 16 to 24 hours. Now, this is a traditional process, so we always wash it after 24 hours tops. But recent studies in coffee have shown that the time of fermentation also has a great influence in the taste of the bean. So we've been trying out to wash the coffee at different stages.
Observen. Este lavado tiene dos objetivos.
Now, the water has two purposes. First, it's going to wash the beans, and it's going to classify the beans. So you'll see that there are some beans at the bottom and there are some beans floating at the top. Which ones do you think are the good beans and which ones are the bad beans?
Y esa es la parte negra o la pasilla que vimos en la tapa de secado.
So this is how we separate the pasilla, remember, the bad quality or the low quality coffee from the good quality coffee. So these beans have been washed. They don't have any honey or mucílago.
Y acá es donde entonces, esa es la pasilla o granos de efecto.
So the ones that are left here are low quality beans or low quality coffee. And this is grade A exportation coffee. This is the coffee that we export, the one that sinks. And from here we take it up to the drying area.
Saws there.
What a friendly one.
Hola. Delicioso.
Delicioso la carne.
Sí.
A la plancha, a la plancha. En este momento estamos muy...
¿Plátanos?
Plátano.
Ah, ok.
¿Gusta?
Ah, sí,
¿Te gusta?
sí. Hola.
Hi.
So right now he's gonna put in 2.5 kilos into the pot to start roasting. So in about 2 minutes, these same beans are gonna start to turn orange. So because it's starting to turn a little orange, then we know that the dehydration process is finished and it's starting to caramelize. So now we're going to lower the heat so the caramelization process takes a little longer. About 180 degrees, they're going to start to pop like popcorn. When all the beans have cracked, that means that the coffee is roasted. If I leave it on. So we have to cool it down as fast as possible so they don't continue to cook. Roast. So you would want a thick grind for French press, or if you want an espresso, you want a very thin grind.
So good.
Yeah, very good.
So remember, every time you're having a cup of coffee, remember all of the work that goes into just a little bag, right? So 3 years and a lot of hand labor and a lot of people working the fields and working towards getting this goal. Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
What does it smell like?